Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Katrina Marie, and I'm here to make sure that you become the very best possible applicant before you click submit. So today I'm going to be talking to you about visiting university campuses. This is kind of an exciting topic, and before we get started, I ask that you take out a note-taking device, whether it's a pen and paper or a tablet, and I want you to take down some notes so you feel absolutely prepared to visit your dream universities, okay? So what I would like for us to do is get started and let's begin. So you've decided that you want to go and start visiting universities, and to be honest, most of my students ask me when they should start, and my best recommendation is the sooner the better. There is no wrong or right time. Most of the time kids will begin visiting universities probably in the summer of their junior year, which in my opinion, I feel like that's a little bit too late in the process. I recommend you start even earlier. It could be in grade 9 or 10. The reason why is because it gives you so much more time to plan these visits, and you also feel like you have a lot more information when it comes to planning your 4 years of what you plan to take, what it takes to get into that university. You learn firsthand what you need to do in order to get from A to Z. All right, especially if you have a particular university in mind and you want to know how to get into that university, go visit it, talk to somebody, understand what it takes to get in, and the sooner you know that information, the better chances of you are being prepared when you apply. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the value of visiting a campus. Now, if you have the availability or the flexibility in your school year where you get vacation time to go visit a campus, or you have the financial resources to travel with your family, go and visit a campus during maybe one of your family vacations, and definitely step foot on a campus. There's nothing better than actually firsthand physically being at that school. All right, you can take in so much important information that will help you make a really good decision whether or not this school is going to be a good fit for you. You may think you want to go to a school because it's a name brand, but the second you walk on that campus and you observe maybe the campus culture, or you pick up a student newspaper and you read some of the articles and the opinions, or you just get an overall vibe that it's not the right fit for you, that's a good thing, okay? It helps you say, okay, I'm gonna change my plan of action and actually start looking at this school instead. And that way you can start making a shortlist, which check out my video on creating a shortlist. Back to this one. So what I'm trying to say is stepping on campus is actually a good thing because you can decide whether or not it is going to be a good place where you can see yourself studying for the next 4 years. Now, I know some of you out there might have parental pressure that you have to go to a university and you need to go to this particular one. And you may go there and you may say, I cannot see myself there. And you have to advocate for yourself. You have to explain to mom and dad that you are the one going to class every day, sitting in those chairs, sitting in those lectures. And if you're not feeling good in that academic environment, if you're not feeling your best self, and you're not feeling like you're actually comfortable, you need to speak up and explain that, okay? I think the last thing that any parent will want for their kid is for you to be miserable, okay? So you need to be honest with yourself and say, I can really see myself thriving in this environment, or this environment is not the place for me. All right, and that's important. And how you can identify these things is, like I said, pick up the student newspaper, look at the bulletins in the student union, see what the kids are doing on campus, especially if the campus is active and alive and there are students actually there on campus, which is better for you to actually see. I mean, you want to check out the surrounding community and the neighborhoods and see if they're safe and if they have activities that you would like to participate in. I mean, there's so many things that you can do to see if this school is going to be a good fit for you or not. And by visiting the campus, this is the truest way where you can get a real sense of seeing yourself there and thriving and being the best possible you. Like I say in all my videos, universities are looking to build communities. And if you see yourself in a particular community, you can really talk about that in your university application essay. Now, I also recommend, if you're planning to visit, I would request that you have a student-led tour. Now, it's good to have other students showing you around campus because they're the ones living day to day, going to class, going to the lunch spots, to the student gym, maybe the school movie theater or the bowling alley on campus. These people actually are living and breathing testimonies to what's happening on campus. So you can pick their brains, ask them questions, and it's going to be much more informative for you as a student. So you want to have a student-led tour. If you get the opportunity to meet admission reps or admission officers, make sure you have a list of questions that you've written down that are particular to that school. You don't want to mix up other schools, especially if you're going on multiple tours. Make sure that you do your homework beforehand, you do your research, you can ask the right questions. Make sure you take a copy of your high school transcript or your report cards and a high school profile if your school has one. That is super important because these admission reps sometimes don't get an opportunity to travel to your school, and they'll have a better understanding of what kind of school you're going to and what curriculum is being offered to you. All right, so those 3 pieces of information plus your questions are the main things you need to take with you on your campus visit. Now, if you're that kind of person that cannot afford to travel or go visit a university in another state or even another country, I recommend try and go visit maybe some universities or campuses that are close to home, even though they may not be the ideal place for you. Go visit them, get a sense of what the lecture halls look like, what the campus feels like, and if you do that, you'll just kind of get an idea of what it feels like to be on a college campus in the first place, and maybe go look at the dorms just to see what the size looks like and the student dining hall, all these things that just kind of give you a feeling of what it's like to be on a college campus. And if that's not an option, maybe you live in a much more remote area, there is the wonderful world of the internet, which is amazing. So you can do virtual tours. A lot of the times these universities have YouTube channels, and you can go on a virtual tour, and that can be suffice for the meantime. And hopefully over the time you're in high school, you and your family can plan a vacation or a trip where you can actually go and visit some universities before you apply. Now, one of the things you should do after you visit a university is send the people that gave you a tour or the admission officer that you met with a thank you email or a thank you note, and add something memorable or inspiring that you learned about the university, because that will help you stand out. And take pictures of your trip to the university and the surrounding area and reflect on your first impressions. What came to mind, what you felt, what you experienced. Because again, when you're weighing out and creating your shortlist, you're going to be able to see which schools are going to be a good fit based off of your first impressions and the time you spent at that campus. Okay? So I hope this information has helped you, and I hope that you are getting excited to visit your first university tour. And if you have any questions, make sure that you contact me. My email's in the link below. And leave a comment if you feel that this information has helped you, or if you have any more questions. And make sure that you like, subscribe to my channel, and share this information with somebody who's getting ready to go visit some universities. And I will catch you guys on the next video.